Okay, Team Miles, good job. You have your work up here. Miles, guys, I want to address each of these paragraphs here individually, and then we'll go ahead and jump into the configurator kiosk. Now, it being that we're kind of midstream here in the process, you guys have a lot of ideas flowing around. You have a lot of possibilities happening. This could happen. This is going to happen. This might happen, etc., etc. So if I'm redundant in any of my comments, please forgive me, as I'm not privy to your meetings, deciding exactly what stays, what goes, etc. So please forgive me if I'm stating the obvious in the critique. So let's just go ahead and get started. So right now, my whole main thing is I'm not quite understanding exactly how the process works. A lot of it makes perfect sense, but I don't understand, like, from top to bottom, beginning to end, how the process works. And I think that I'll talk about that as we go through the presentation. So yeah, this is a very basic prototype. The element feels like to be on the page. There's a lot of weight for our idea. There's a lot to wait for our idea. Something else, but again, okay, as a refresher, idea is a showroom full of VW cars, semi-private branded areas. The user sits in the car and uses a touchscreen to customize a holographic projection of the car around them. This gives a chance for a customize, live the interior, exterior. After watching the interior appear, you can walk around to the exterior and see the color. So basically, what I'm getting here is that you're sitting in a seat and you have the configurator right in the seat. The configurator projects or views your choices in a holographic projection. That's pretty cool. Okay, so then you are able to get up from the actual interface, the seat where the interface is, get up and walk around and look at the projection life size. You can even look inside the car in the projection to see how it looks, right? That's great so far. Space is also key. The environment through branded walls on two sides. I think this is really, really interesting. And I do want to talk about this a little bit further, but what you're saying is to give a tactile nature. So maybe you have some examples of exactly what the paint looks like on a chip that's on the wall, so you can actually see it on steel as opposed to seeing it on screen, which of course we know is a huge difference. So I like that, and I like the idea of leaving the semi-tactile kind of analog experience during the presentation. I think that's really an interesting idea. I love it. Okay, list to guide. I'm not real sure what this is. It says LIS to guide the users toward a choice in a vehicle rather than give them the entire spread all at once. Since our research shows that indecision is one of the biggest hurdles. Now, indecision is one of the hurdles, yes. So I would say that somehow you have to work into the process a way to change. So let's say you're sitting there and you're going to make changes on the fly. So let's say you configure your car and you've chosen red, and then all of a sudden you're looking over your holographic projection and you're going, yeah, I don't like the red. So you would have to go back and change that color on the fly, right? And I think that's really, really important. Because yes, indecision is huge in car buying. And I see that you're saying the prototype is a hypothetical abbreviated version to give you the gist. And I get that, but I'm still going to end up making some comments. Okay. So as I said, as far as the process goes, I'm not exactly sure how it works. And that's one thing we really need to know in the process book. Exactly how does this work? So, for example, I think a great idea is to add a mobile app into this. I really do. And I mentioned that to Team Kendall right before you. And I really do. I think it's a great idea, add a mobile app. This way, you can configure your car in the comfort of your own home. It can be tied right into the holographic projection. It can be tied in right into the kiosk at the dealership. So you configure your car at home on the mobile app, right? And then the dealership sends you a code. So you take that code to the dealership when you're ready. You go into the configurator kiosk, you enter your code, and it adds all your information and it projects the car right in front of you. This way, all you're doing is eliminating the need to sit in the kiosk to configure the car. You can configure the car in the comfort of your own home. Then you go to the kiosk and you can see the projection and make your changes. Okay. Now, based on that, I think another great idea is to add that drive simulator. So you see the projection, you've seen it, you make your final choices. Okay. So the three-step process, as it were, it could be either starting with either configuring the car in a mobile app or configuring the car in the kiosk. Then the second process, you look at the projection. Okay, so once you configure, you send that information to the holographic projection from either the kiosk within the dealership or from the mobile app. So then you see the projection, then you can go ahead and make further changes. Then you send it from the projection booth to the driver simulator. The driver simulator would be something different. It would have to be some kind of a pod or some kind of simulator where you actually sit in that's got hydraulics and screens 360 and things that you can sit in to simulate road conditions, etc. Okay, so as you can see, it's an integrated process. It's an integrated program where the mobile app is integrated with the holographic projection. The kiosk is integrated with the mobile app and the holographic projection, and the holographic projection is integrated with the drive simulator. Okay, that's how I'm seeing it, and that to me is really a robust, deep dive, deep immersion technique. Okay, think about it. Let's go ahead and jump over to your configure. So we start out with a questionnaire, and that's great. I'm not real sure how old are you or is your first car. I understand these are hypothetical, but I'm not real sure those are pertinent questions. I think more pertinent would be things like, what is your height and weight? Okay, what are your driving habits? Are you a city driver? Are you mainly rural, mainly city? Are you mainly stop and go traffic, or are you mainly highway traffic? Do you drive on hilly roads or mainly flat roads? Are you driving in the mountains? Are you, et cetera, et cetera? So really try to make the questions in the questionnaire specific to the actual car. The whole idea behind the questionnaire is to get suggestions for the most suitable model for you based on your driving habits as well as your physical stature. Okay, next. So, okay, so this is what we have chosen for you. Let me just bring that down a little bit because actually, I'm going to pull that apart and then we'll just reduce this. Oh gosh, okay. Oh, there we go. Excellent. So this is our recommendation for you. Okay, so you've gone in there, you've said I drive on snowy roads, I'm a larger person, and blah, whatever the situation is. And this is the car we recommend for you, the Atlas 2.0. Next, we go in and we have this. I love this. This is so cool. I know it's low fidelity, but it's so cool. Anyway, so yeah. And then, of course, here you would have all of your different colors. All right. Then next, we would have the same thing for interior, or even right here, exterior. Maybe change the bumpers, change the wheels. Okay. Maybe change, does it have a roof rack? Does it have no roof rack? So you make all those changes right here and see it right there on the interface. Okay. Next, then we have interior. So you select your color. So then you would go from that. Don't forget, so you have the interior. So we would go next to the interior, select your color for the interior, select your wood grain package, your color of your carpet, etc., right? Then you go to this. Now, I don't know if this is true. The automatic comes in an 8-speed automatic. Regardless, let's just pretend it doesn't, and let's offer transmission choices. Okay, then offer other package choices, the size of the engine, the size of the tires, interior, cloth, vinyl, padded steering wheel. You name it, you think of it, add it in, okay? Then we go to, next is visit the add-on wall. Experience options and add-ons for your vehicle at your wall. I don't understand this. I don't understand how we go from configuring to visiting what I'm calling the analog wall. Okay, so I would say from here, the logical thing to do from this interface would be to build your car. Okay, so complete the build, visit your car. So you have your car. Then when you visit the car, it sends it to the holographic projection. Then you can get up and walk around 360, looking inside, looking outside. At all of your options, go back, change the options. At that point, once you're satisfied with the vehicle, then you can take another step and send your vehicle to the drive simulator. Okay, so we're sending it from the configurator to the projection. We're sending it from projection to simulator. So we're doing everything we need to do. The only thing we need to do. Oh, and also don't forget, you can also add features for financial calculations based on how much I put down, how much my payments will be, how much of my total annual income are consumed by my car, what is the resale value, etc., right? Then you can go ahead into the simulator. And in the actual simulator, you can also make choices like, okay, different tire sizes, different transmission packages, different road conditions, so you can see how the car drives on different road conditions. Now, I know we're taking a great step here because that technology probably doesn't exist to the extent that we want it to in order for this whole process to work, right? But as we said, and as we have learned in Deep Dive, we don't let current technology impede our creativity. Okay, that's how we ideate. We ideas spawn from other ideas. So we're not going to say, oh, we can't do a drive simulator because that's technology isn't here. We're going to say that technology is to the point where we can do this so that we can flex our creative muscles and really indicate this as a deep dive. Okay. All right, guys, I think that's about all I have. I think you guys are doing really interesting things. I think right now it's coming down to it, Team Miles. It really is coming down to it. I mean, we really only have 7, two more checkpoints before we're done. So really got to start thinking about how we're going to wrap things up here. The other thing I want to mention is be sure to go over the course announcements. You know what? Let's go over there right now. What the heck, right? Let's go over there right now. I just want to show you a couple of things. I want to show you how slow my computer is. Jeez Louise, look at this. Really bogging down today. My goodness. All right, let's go over to the announcements. And then we come over here. I've got this examples of successful final projects. So if we click that, we've got some really neat things. This is Deep Dive Toyota Process Book. This is Deep Dive Toyota Clickable. This is really a great job. You guys take a look at this. This is, hold on, why not, right? This is wonderful, wonderful clickable. So here we got powertrain, we've got 6-foot bed, 5-foot bed, estimated costs, different packages, accessories, again, packages, your interior build, your exterior build, etc., etc. Okay, so that's a really nice. Then we'll go back, and I want you to see that that's the clickable, that's the process book, that's another entire complete package process book. This is really a neat one here too, because this one's going to take a second to load. I don't even know if it'll load in time, but it's a pretty big file. But the cool thing about this Tesla file is, and as it is loading, I'm not real sure if we'll be able to get to this, but down here, I'm not real sure what page it is. There's an actual video. Here it is right here. This is awesome. This is a video. Wait a second. Where is it? Okay, hang on one second. Okay, anyways, as I was saying, this is a video. It's the user testing page. You have to open this, I believe, in Acrobat. But listen for a second.
A Tesla car through a video game. And also you have the opportunity to...
So isn't this fantastic? Let's go ahead. This is the actual testing session.
Customize the exterior.
This is awesome, isn't it?
Would you click?
I'd love to see you guys try something like that. I just think this is so fantastic. So at any rate, what I was saying before is that actually has to be opened in Acrobat in order for that to work. I'm pretty sure. I'm just a little bit kind of discouraged right now because my computer's really running strangely. So, but anyways, yes, in that example, there is a wonderful, this one right here, Team 3, there is a video in there, so check that out. At any rate, so the point is definitely want to take a look at those examples. I'm almost 14 minutes, and I did not want to do that, but as you know, guys, Team Miles, I like to be as thorough as possible. So at this point, yes, indeed, if you have any questions at all, please let me know. But you guys are doing awesome stuff, so really fantastic. Keep up the great job, and just really, really think about let's turn the corner here and start heading home. It's time to start wrapping things up. So again, you guys are right on task. You're doing a great job. All right, questions, comments, concerns, clarifications, let me know quickly and we'll address those. Thanks, Team Miles.